Hello and welcome to episode 25 of The Whole Story. I'm joined by P.O. Paul. Paul, what are we going to be talking about?
So this is lane rental. Bit of a funny one really, because in all the excitement, we never did a video about this at the time. We're pumping out the whole story videos back then, and this rather got overlooked. So let us have a look at what this is like in Street Manager. So forgive me for my lack of being able to spell, for starters, my London-centric bias here, but I just have to choose a street that I know is a lane rental street. So Park Lane will do me. Park Lane will do. Hey. Right, you see here, straight away, I get this little exclamation mark, lane rental applies. Let's have a look. Okay, I can see exactly whereabouts they are and what the charges are. But you know, I would like a bit more geographical detail, to be honest. So what I can do is view designations. And I'm not sure, guys, if we've ever done a whole story video where we showed the designation mapping stuff. So what a treat! What a treat! We can do that at the same time. If we go to the lane rental section, I'm just going to turn on all these lane rental ones. There you go. And let's have a little look. Here we go. So I can see that lane rental applies from here to here. So it's this part of Park Lane. If I'm working there, and I can turn these on and off and kind of deduce which one that I must be referring to. There we go. We just lost one there. And so users can use this to work out where exactly the lane rental is, what the times are for the charge, what the charge is, so a promoter can go in and know what their lane rental charges are going to be before they start works. So this is the road I want to work on. I am working in a lane rental section. So now, sorry guys, this is just the bog standard Street Manager permit raising journey here, but bear with me. So what designations will I impact? Yeah, a couple of those. And I am going to tick the lane rental designations as well. There we go. Continue. Very much the Cat 1 Road part of Park Lane. I'm on there. I'm in the footway and the carriageway. Outside hotel. Not sure I'll get away with that description, but let's see how we go. And I'm just going to put in some contacts here. I don't want to be creating a number. This is planned works. We're going to do it. I'm going to give plenty of notice because I'm a good citizen. If this is a 2-day job, and this isn't really relevant to lane rental, so I'm just going to skim through this. Forgive me, guys. Property working, why not? No. Now, is lane rental applicable? This was something we did really early on, you know, before we even knew that we were going to be building a lane rental functionality bit before in the early days of Street Manager. But you know, that is in there as well. You know, you're welcome to say yes to that if you're working in a lane rental area. Interestingly, when we were doing user research, the feedback was that whatever the promoter says, the lane rental authorities are kind of doing their own checks, you know. So, you know, that maybe that's why I'm being slightly blasé about that bit. You know, you can say yes or no to that, but the lane rental authority is going to give it a good look. So here we go. Lane rental charges may apply for these works. And I could go ahead and now submit that. Lovely. So that's kind of the promoter side functionality of lane rental, guys. And then on the other side of the fence, we've got the HA side functionality. So I can go into any one of these jobs, maybe slightly strangely. In an ideal world, I would love to only have this add a lane rental assessment on lane rental eligible jobs, but what we did was we added it to every single job as it happened. So there's no lane rental on this job, but I can go in and add an assessment. So add a lane rental assessment or charge. And we've got these different categories. And again, we researched this with Kent and Transport for London, and we came up with these categories. So I could say this one is charges waived or it's exempt, but I'm going to say it's chargeable. And that gives us what we call in the trade a bit of progressive disclosure. And once again, we came up with these charge bands with the guys. So I'm going to say this is a band 3. I'm going to put it in as 2 days because you know, this can always change later, but they said they were working Thursday or Friday, so let's call it 2 days. And I've spoken to the works promoter and agreed this, so yes, there we go. Additional details you could put in there that you had a site meeting or, you know, whatever it might be. So add lane rental details. So we have now done that now, and let's just pretend that it is a month later and it turned out they were there for 3 days in the end. I can go into this and update assessment and charges. So I'm going to change this to 3 days. There we go, that's going through. And by the way, as well, the other thing that we did connected to this is if I find the right sort of permit, here we go, let's have a look. This was discount 0%. I think it was around this time that we introduced the ability to update the discount. So I'm going to update the discount on this job to 100%. Changed to 100% because of lane rental. So I think at some point in the history of Street Manager, we used to have it so once you'd made your granted your permit, whatever discount you did, you were left with. But now we've got that ability to update. And there's a lane rental assessment I did earlier. So I think, guys, that is most of the lane rental assessment functionality within Street Manager. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Whole Story.